What's up, ballers? Jacob here with AllDriveNoDrop, talking about the core Shapeshifter. So this one just keeps selling out, keeps selling out, keeps selling out. But if you're watching this before August 4th, it's coming back at August 4th, 1 p.m. Eastern, so you can get your hands on this if you've really been wanting it. This is one of the few newer brands I've actually been seeing in the wild. I've seen a couple people with this in tournaments, seen a couple of people just, at rec play, whatever. I've seen it in the courts. Really looks good in the sun. I love how you shift it. It kind of just looks different with what we got going on here. We'll talk about that in the specs. We do have a giveaway, so go ahead and subscribe now if you want to stay tuned for future reviews and giveaways. And then let's jump into the specs and the gameplay thoughts of this thing, because this is a very, very good hybrid paddle. Chorus is looking to cook up some really good new things too, but they, with this one, I think they hit their home run to get into the market. So let's jump into the specs. See what we got here. All right, so let's talk about the Shapeshifter construction and specs. It's a thermoformed unibody with perimeter edge foam. It's a hybrid shape, and it has the 3D 18K cubic carbon triaxial weave with the fiberglass layer. Very cool. I really like the design that this 3D 18K cubic carbon gives. You have seen similar stuff like with the Diadem Edge 18K, I think that it might be the only other one, but very cool. I like it. 16.3 by 7.7 inches, 16 millimeter core, 7.9 to 8.3 ounces. Mine came in at 8.1, 5.5 inch handle length, plenty of room for two-handed backhands, no problem there. Grip circumference of 4.25. My swing weight came in at 117. They are trying to lower that in this next batch, so I believe it's going to be maybe like a 115 average. Twist weight is 6.75 and a warranty of 6 months. Let's jump into the gameplay. Okay, so let's talk about how the core Shapeshifter performs on the court. Now, I don't think it's an overly stiff paddle, talking about the feel, but it's not super soft either. It's kind of middle of the road, so nothing too extreme on either end. I felt a nice connection to the ball. Feels pretty good. Off-center shots don't feel too bad on you. Say something like, I think like the double black diamond was a little worse on the off-center shots. I think what I compare this to is just an upgraded double black diamond. It has better pop, has better power, has better control for me, and then it has more spin, and overall, it just is a better, higher quality paddle, I think. It's just, the double black diamond obviously has been out for a while, so it's kind of to be expected that you're going to get a better paddle as time goes on. So I think that with this fiberglass layer, it helps the paddle play soft when you need it to. Those resets and blocks feel really good. It's 6.6-ish twist weight is good for a hybrid, and I didn't have too much problems with any twisting. I did try it with 3 grams at 4 and 8 o'clock, and I think, some people it's going to be 50-50 whether people are going to like it, but go ahead and try it out. I do enjoy the added power. I was not using weight on my hybrids. I'm starting to use more weight on the hybrids, just get more power, and it's really not sacrificing too much maneuverability, so I've been adding weight more and more now. So for those resets and blocks, feels really good. Sometimes on those harder shots, when you're blocking, the fiberglass seems to give it a little bit more putback, so you just have to watch out when you're blocking those really fast drives and know that the ball is going to come off a little hotter than some other paddles. But that's good, you get those blocks nice and low, get it back deep. That can help a lot once you learn to control it. Serves, drives feel really good. So on my serves and drives, I get a similar power level when my testing to, the Honolulu J2K and the Ruby 16 millimeter. But when I'm hitting overheads, I think the Shapeshifter definitely wins out. I didn't do any testing with the overheads. It's kind of hard to test those numbers, but just in my real feel play on the court, I think the Shapeshifter is finishing better on the overheads than the Ruby 16 millimeter and the Honolulu J2K. So I'll give it the edge there, and then it has more pop than both of those two. On placing my shots feels really good with the Shapeshifter. I felt the ball coming off the face really good. The sweet spot is a great size. I really enjoyed the control I had with this, and then in the firefights, you still have enough maneuverability with the 117 swing weight, and As far as you know, dinks felt great, nice and crisp. The fiberglass being in there helps you know, it not be too poppy when you're trying to do those dinks, and lets you activate it when you're getting the paddle moving a little bit more, or it's coming at you faster. And plenty of spin. This is, you know, no worries about the spin. Over 2,000 RPM, no problem there. You're not going to have an issue. And I think the paddle is actually generating more of the spin than the grit on this one, which is another good thing. Helps the spin last longer when the paddle is doing more than the grit. So how does this paddle stack up against the competition? I mentioned it some in the gameplay, but I think this slots right nicely into the market. I had the Honolulu J2K as my main paddle at the moment, but if I were to switch to a different hybrid, and you're looking for a hybrid that has more pop than the J2K and has similar power but maybe more power on the overheads, I think that if the harder you swing, the more you can activate that fiberglass. I think that's kind of where we're coming into. So on those overheads, I believe the Core Shapeshifter is giving you more power than the J2K, the Ruby, the double black diamond. So that is something that I know a lot of people are looking for on that overhead put away power. Then the Core Shapeshifter is going to be a great option for you, especially if you're looking for, you know, a little bit more pop than some of these softer paddles, and you're looking for the greater finishing power. Now, the price coming in at $171 with code AllDriveNoDrop, we are getting up there in price, but you know, with the way this is built, you're going to have a higher price for the higher cost materials. One thing also to mention is the, you know, I don't know what they call this, these lines on the grip. They're doing away with that. It's going to be smooth. So some people are having a problem with that. I've tried over grips of this variety before, and I go back and forth whether I like it. The only problem is sometimes you know, switching grips can be a problem. If you don't switch grips, some people really like that, you know, you kind of have these grooves to find your grip. But anyway, they're getting rid of that, so you'll have to, if you do like it, you'll have to get an over grip. If you don't like it, well, great, they're fixing that. They're also coming with a orange and white edge guard. I think they're still keeping the black as well, so that'll be cool. Orange is my favorite color, so, you know, if you like orange too, I think it does look nice with the black. And then if you want to enter the giveaway, follow the instructions on the screen, and I always appreciate all the comments. I love hearing all their opinions on the paddle, because, you know, it's good to get feedback on how this is working for other people. And thank you for all the support. Please like, subscribe, comment, and as always, go play some pickleball.